Hi friends, so today I want to talk to you about a prophetic dream that a lady had 11 years ago, and why it's so interesting. It's because it's coming true right now. Yeah, so um, let's dive into it. So after we discuss the dream that lady has, we will also touch points about why you should get it or why you should not get it. And a lot of it is there's some from from the Ramsey show, if you heard of him, and some points are from the Christian pastors that I was listening to. So just interesting points that they pointed out, and it was a good points to make. So I was going to share with you as well, and see what you guys think about them too. Okay, so when that lady had a dream back in 2009, she had a dream that she saw people being forced to stay home. And also, she saw almost like military men walking from house to house, and they were making people, um, I guess they were coming with some kind of procedures that they wanted to force everybody into, and they were not asking permission. It was just one of those things that they had to do no matter what. Even if you said no, I don't want it, there was no choice in the matter. So she said it was like military men, doctors. I don't think it was doctors, she said, but they almost were like medical workers coming to your house trying to do this procedure on everybody. And she said in her dream, she felt like it was something very unusual, something that she did not want to do to her family and to herself. And she was against it. But she saw everybody being forced into it. So in her dream, she knew it was something really bad because she knew it was bringing death. And it wasn't something that she wanted to consider and give it to her family. Um, in the dream, she felt really scared. I'll try to, of course, have a link down below of her dream so you can kind of watch it for yourself. But when I listened to her talk, it was really amazing because she saw it back in 2009, and now it came true because we know what's going on right now, right? A lot of things that are being considered and pushed on everyone and being mandated. They're stating it's possibly will save your life. They're stating it's a necessity, and they're being promoting it with different things, with money, with different um, rewards. But now they're stating it's not only as a promotion. Now they're stating more like it's if you don't get it done, it will. You may lose your job. You may lose all the benefits. You may not be able to go to the store. You may not be able to do basic necessities like you used to do before. And of course, I'm sure you all know what this lady was dreaming about. And she, in her dream, she was more like talking openly about it. But in my video, I want to kind of be more on the cautious side. And because the first one I made earlier, it got deleted. So listen to this and to my next 3 points that I have about why why we should think about it more closely. Okay, so the 3 points I want to touch base with you about things I was kind of looking into and just kind of listening to different people, just getting my research going. The first one came from, I had a few natural doctors that I was watching, and some of them were like talking about all the ingredients that goes into that and all the different things that, because I guess whatever, is a natural person who eats naturally more on the like healthy foods and being healthy, making sure your health is doing good. It's important for us who watch our health to be aware what we put inside of us as well. And that could be anything that has to do with like medicine or any kind of drugs or any kind of anything. And it affects the same thing what we put into our body. So they were talking about different points and how many side effects were happening. And also, I was listening to Dr. Mercola. I don't know if you heard of him, but he's a very smart guy. Has a lot of interesting information. You can look into his website if you like. Has interesting points about different things like this. So very smart. Um, Also, I was listening to different people who were like, who actually are aware of all not only how the immune system works, but also about how different ingredients will affect us in the long run. And it just shows different things that everybody can be aware of it and be more proactive with our health. Number two point was about Dr. Ramsey's show. Have you heard of him? He's a very good person to watch if you're thinking about saving money. And he was, in his last video, I believe, he was talking about it and showing the points why people should look into it more closely. And in his video, he was talking about like different options you can do and different things you can try, even if your employer is mandating it, and just interesting points he was making. I kind of enjoyed watching him. And so if you want to save money and you want to get rid of anything, like any kind of, if you have debt or any kind of trying to save money for a house, watch him. He's the one to watch to save money. And also about the point he made about why we should or should not. Um, the third point is, I was watching a few pastors and they were talking about different biblical points. And if you are a Christian, it's a good point to take into consideration. The first point they were making was that our body is a temple of the Holy God and of the Holy Spirit. So they were saying if you destroy your body, God will punish you, or I don't remember the exact verse, how it goes, but that's a good point to kind of think about. And they were also talking about different ways how people can destroy their body, and it's not, it all comes back to being healthy, because we have to take care of ourselves, take care of our what God gave us, and be strong, be healthy, so we can promote and be in the best way possible. They were also talking about the ingredients that we discussed earlier. Some of them are made with, I'm not sure if I can say that word, but they were made with, well, since everybody knows that Christians are against abortion, yes, that was part of the possible things. attached to that, so we were always kind of look into it, see if that's even on the list, something you want to consider taking. Christians, as we know, are against abortion. We do not support it, and we are for life, to have life, to be able to live without sin. Another pastor was talking about that as a Christian, we have to obey the law, we have to obey the but he said if they push you to sin, we can obey. So it just depends what is being said, what is being done, and what you consider a sin. And to each person is their own guidance according to the Bible that you read. And of course, I know Christians just have different points of views and different feelings about different subjects, and that's fine too. To each its own, like they say. So I was just kind of looking into that. It was interesting points how different pastors were making. I found it interesting, so you should look into it too, do some research. Also in the Bible, an interesting point was about from the book of the Revelation. It talked about in Revelation 6, verse 2, a white horse and a rider held a bow, and it was given a crown, and it was a conqueror bent to conquest. So I believe that's the first horseman that's upon us, and it just depends. They want to conquer us, but with God, we are stronger. With God, everything is possible. We can continue to pray, continue to believe, and everything will be great. The first thing I made earlier today got deleted. So maybe I was using too many V words. That's why it was deleted. But this time I'm trying to avoid it. So stay healthy, stay strong, and take care, my friends.